Hi, guys. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello. Today, I'm going to answer one question. But before that, I want to say a big thank you to all those subscribing. People are liking it, people are sharing it, and people are commenting it. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Well, like I ended the other time when I was going on the transplant list. Yes, so the doctors were putting me on the transplant list. But you don't just go on the transplant list. Before you go, they put your name on the transplant list. You have to be assessed. You have to be assessed. Today, I want to explain something. Now, the liver, the liver, it's the kind of organ that can be shared. So far as I know, liver is the only organ in the body that you can share with somebody. So you can share your liver with somebody. So, for example, if I have a bad liver and just a part of my liver is bad, it's just a little part of my liver that is bad. And if it is worrying me so much, if I have a sister or a brother, or if my husband has a very good liver, the surgeons or transplant can take place where they can cut a little bit of my husband's liver or my sister's liver, and then they will cut the bad part of mine and they will put the good parts that they have taken from my husband or my sister to put to my my one that they cut. And so my brother, my sister, or my husband can give me a little of their liver. And so if I need a little liver, somebody can give me just a little bit of his or her liver. So yes, that is what happened. That is what can happen. I mean, the liver can be shared. That is what I'm trying to explain. The liver can be shared. But mine, what I needed was a full liver. And so I asked the doctors if if I needed half of, if it's only half of my liver that is spoiled or something. The doctor said, no, you need a full liver. You need a full liver. And so I am going to get back to going on the list. That is some of the things that they explain to you whilst you go on the list. So they explain all the things to you, and they explain that they are going to check your lungs and check your heart and check everything. They do a lot of checks. They do a lot of checks before you go on the list. So you just don't go on the list. So I was in hospital for 3 days just for assessments. I was in hospital for 3 days just for assessment. Um, my husband was there with me, not for the whole 3 days. Yeah, not for the whole 3 days. They were coming every day, but I was there in admission. But they were coming every day, and my big sister was also coming there. And so yes, that's what goes on. You go there, they assess you, and then before they put you on the list. So all these checks has to be done. They have to check your heart, they have to check your lungs, they have to do scans, they have to check your blood group. Even though they might have all these things, they have to do it again before they put you on the list. They have to do it again before they put you on the list. And so they did all that, or they did all that, and then they explained to me, like I have said already, that I don't need half of, it's not just part of my liver that is spoiled, it is my whole liver. It is the whole liver that is spoiled. And so I need a full liver. Now, somebody will ask, how do you get a full liver? That there are people who donate their organs. There's an organ donors. There are people who donate their organs. And so I know people who are on the organ donor list. There are a lot of people that I know that are on the organ donor list. And so if say my grandmother is on the organ donor list, and she says that when I am dying, I want to donate my liver, or I want to donate my kidney, or I want to donate my heart, or I want to donate any part of my body. Yes, that is what goes on. So that is what happens. So that is what I needed. I needed a full liver, not half, not just half. not just half. I know a lady who was also just like me who needed a transplant. She needed half and she shared with a little baby. She shared with a little baby. And so they got a full liver. Because she's a very smallish lady, they cut some of the liver and they gave it to a baby who also needed a transplant. And so, yes, the liver is the only organ in the body that can be shared. You have two kidneys. You have two kidneys. And so you can give one kidney to somebody, but you have only one liver and it can be shared. It can be shared. But I needed a full liver. I needed a full liver. And so they explained all that to me, and I went on the transplant list in 2019. So, summer 2019, I was put on the transplant list. My sister was very surprised when she came. I will put I will put what my sister says, what my sister thinks on the channel for you to listen to what my sister said when we were doing the assessment. I will put it on the channel. And so, yes, I was put on the liver transplant list in summer 2019. So I was put on the list. I was given some more medications. Now I am waiting for a liver. I am waiting for a liver. When you are put on the list, you can be called you can be called to come in at any time. You can be called to come in at any time. And so when you are put on the list, they tell you to pack some few bags. You pack a bag, a hospital bag, so that when they call you, they can call you at any time, in the afternoon, in the morning, at dawn, midnight, whenever. Anytime a liver comes in and they think that you can be a match, they will call you. And then when you get there, they will test you, they will do some few tests. And if you are a match, it goes on. If you are not a match, then they tell you to come home. So that is what goes on if you go on the liver transplant list. When I went on the list, I was waiting. I was waiting. Knowing that I needed a liver and knowing that I was on the transplant list, I was waiting for a liver to come in. I was waiting for the most important call in my life, because when they get a liver, they will call you. So I was waiting for the most important call in my life. Whilst on the list, yes, I was still doing the injections. I was still taking my medications. I was still waiting. I was still getting swollen. My legs were getting swollen still. I was losing a lot of weight. So when I was on the list, they put me also under dietitians. So I went under dietitians. I went under dietitians. Dietitians were making sure that I don't lose strength. And so when I go to the dietitians, when I have a dietitian appointment, they measure my strength, they measure the texture, the thickness of my skin. So they measure the thickness of my skin. They make sure that I am not losing strength, and they tell me to eat well. They also tell me to eat well. It got to a point they told me that I shouldn't eat a lot of protein. So they told me that I shouldn't eat a lot of protein. And when I was very ill, in some points they were telling me that I shouldn't eat a lot of protein. It got to another point when they told me that, oh, now you can eat you can eat anything that you want. You can eat proteins and you can eat anything. When I was on the list, on the liver transplant list, I wasn't drinking cranberry juice. I wasn't drinking cranberry juice. Lemon, lime was not very good for me. It's still not good for me. I still don't take a lot of lemon, a lot of lime, a lot of salt. I still don't take a lot of those things. So I was on the transplant list and I was waiting. I was waiting. I was waiting for a liver to come in for me. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. Anytime I am constantly looking at my phone. I was constantly looking at my phone. I was praying that I will get that important call. I was praying to get that important call. Anytime I go to the hospital, my doctors just get so surprised that I am still walking around. I'm still being strong, and I am still keeping myself busy, not thinking too much about it, because If I think too much about it, it's going to kill me quickly. You know, when you are very ill and you are thinking too much about your illness, it can kill you quickly. It can kill you quickly. Like I said, I always say, the doctors were so good. On the transplant list when I was there, I got more bumps around my thighs, more bumps around my thighs. I grew very lean. I lost so much weight. I was helpless. I was eating very well, but yes, I was losing a lot of weight. When I look back on some of the pictures, I just cry. Anytime I look back on some of the pictures, I cry. I went through assessment. It was good. And my blood group, it wasn't very, very hard. It wasn't, the doctors say that with my blood group, it's not going to be too hard to find a liver. But talking about the space where the liver is, it will be, that is the only thing that will make it a little bit harder. But even with that, they don't think that it will be very difficult to find a liver. And so that is what it was. I was put on the transplant list and I was waiting. I was waiting and waiting. I waited for a very long time. I waited for a very long time. In the course of waiting, I went into admission. I went into admission once, into admission for treatment. I went into the treatment ward and I was being treated because, like I said the other time, my bilirubin was getting so bad. My bilirubin, the yellowish, was getting very bad. It was getting really, really bad. And so that is what it was. I was I was in admission and I was being treated. I was treated. I was there for about 3 weeks. I was there for about 3 weeks and then I came back home. I was there for about 3 weeks and I came back home. Lest I forget, somebody also asked me what was the most difficult, one of the difficult things that you did that you found very difficult. And that I would say is the injections that I was doing, one in the morning and one in the evening. And I did it for more than a year. I did the injections for a very long time. So one in the morning and one in the evening. Yes, I was doing the injections. I will end here, like I said. I want to say a big thank you. Like I always tell you, enjoy life, have fun, take people out of your heart, be happy. Be happy because life is too short. Be happy in life. Don't worry yourself about little things. There are things that you don't have to be worried about. Please don't worry yourself about things. I'm on TikTok, it's Life Matters. I'm on Facebook, it's Life Matters with Anne. And I am on Instagram, it's Life Matters with Anne. On Instagram, Life Matters with Anne, it's all one word. So TikTok, Life Matters. Instagram, Life Matters with Anne, all one word. Facebook, Life Matters with Anne. Thank you very much for watching me. Thank you for listening. My next video, it might not be me. It might be my sister. And so, but I will still come your way again and I will let you know what happened next. Thank you very much. It's a good day today. I'm doing very well. All those praying for me, thank you and have a good day. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.